You're on mute, Joseph. Joseph, you're on mute. Oh boy. Joseph, you're on mute.
I'm off mute.
Okay, yeah.
Mute.
Right. Okay.
And we're going to make this money. Just lagging a little bit on my end. But we're in Louisiana for the Prop Fiends show. New Orleans, MMA Husky Hustler, Prelim Tim. We're back, boys. Finally. How you guys doing on this beautiful Friday, Saturday morning in Australia? How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. This should be a good show. Dustin Poirier's last ride. It's a lot of heavy favorites. I saw your show. You talked about that a lot. Yeah, but I mean, I think there's good spots to get bets, and hopefully that's what we're giving everybody.
Yeah, there's
Welcome,
a
everyone.
lot of favorites on this card. I have no underdog of the week officially. I'll let everybody know. It's favorite heavy for me. Husky Hustler, what's going on over there?
Yeah, good morning from down under Australia. Looking forward to this card. I think there's a lot of good props to be given out on the show, and great opportunity for anyone listening in to make some cash. Yeah, let's get into it.
And Husky, you're going to lead the way this week in Louisiana. Let people know the prelim prop of the week for you.
Pressure's on. Yeah, so I guess for my prelim prop, I'm going with Brendan Allen by decision, 220. Brendan's got some pretty slick grappling, and Marvin Vettori's notoriously durable. You know, he's never been finished. So I think there's a spot here you play it safe. Vettori's coming off an injury. He didn't look great against Roma Delizzi. So I could just see Brendan riding top control, maybe taking the back and sort of edging out a decision on the cards. And yeah, I think based on the durability, fight history, I think that's the clearest path for Brendan here. Could he get the sub? He could, but highly unlikely.
I was very low confidence on this pick on my full card prediction show later today, earlier this evening here. I got some information coming in on Vettori. I think he has a real chance to win. It might be real enough for me to change my pick, take Vettori for the win here in this fight. It's a very close fight. Easily goes 15 minutes. The judges are going to have to decide this one. I might want that plus money underdog in my back pocket. A card with so many favorites. I think Vettori might be one of the only live underdogs on this entire card. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, and this is a very good prop of the week at plus money, nonetheless. Prelim Tim, how do you feel about Brendan Allen this week?
Sorry, I was muted. I think it's good. His last few performances weren't really my favorite, but I have historically been a fan of Brendan Allen. Vettori is also coming off of not a strong performance. So I think there's a big grappling edge for Allen, and I'm picking him to win. And I have the decision prop on my final card as well.
All right, boys, let's get paid. New Orleans, new goals, new opportunities. And this week, I'm locking in a Taba Gache round 1 KO versus Robert Valentine. Valentine's going to exchange in a firefight, and that is not going to lead him into a good situation. I think he gets put out within the first 2 minutes. I think Gache is too accurate, too powerful on the feet, and if it gets outside of round 1, I will be shocked. Gache should light him up, get it done. Easy work here. And we're getting plus 140. Pretty good number there. He's expected to win round 1, and he should show out round 1. Are you guys taking Gache for the kill round 1 as well?
I'm not, but I don't think it's a bad bet. I'm picking him to win. He's probably one of my most confident picks on the card. The one problem is if you watch some of his older fights, he can't really grapple at all. So if he gets taken down, even though he's not such a good wrestler or a grappler, it could be trouble. Like it could be a situation like I'm forgetting his name, but that big karate guy that fought in the UFC, and he was
Yeah,
it's
rebellious Dej Payne.
yeah. I mean, I think Gautier is better than him, a lot better than him, and Gautier could actually land takedowns himself. But defensively, his grappling could be a problem. I'm not predicting it's going to be in this fight, but I think in the future it's something we should look at. But I do think he probably gets the knockout in this one and quickly. I'm just worried about if he does get taken down, that it could be trouble.
Yeah, in this fight, I think it's when he passes the test and puts it on Valentin. Valentin doesn't even have the chance to lock in a takedown. If he goes for one, he's probably getting knocked out. So hopefully he shoots that takedown round one, honestly, because I see Gauthier stuffing it and maybe finding a kill shot. I don't think Valentine has any success. But in the future, like you're saying, there's definitely some worries, and we got to be cautious with Ataba Gauthier. His takedown defense could be questionable. He probably can't get back to his feet too easily if he does get taken down and controlled. So in the future, we have to beware on this favorite from Cameroon. And he's likely going to be a favorite moving forward in fights because of his power, his size, and the way he's going to be winning these fights starting out his UFC career. I expect this one to be another dominant one. Jose Medina did not stand much of a chance. His Dana White's Contender Series fight blew through that guy. This is going to be another one where he blows the roof off the building in Louisiana here. We got the fans in attendance. They're going to be electric. So I expect a finish early in this one. Prelim Tim, what are you cooking up on the prelims here? You're always hot on the prelims. Last week you swept, didn't you? A full sweep on the prelims?
On the prelims, yeah. I got 2 out of 3 for the whole night. So if I can get 2 out of 3 again, that's great. We're making money. But for this one, the thing I'm pinning my hope on most for this one is that Kyler Phillips gets tired. If you look at a lot of his fights, he starts really fast. Like in the first round, he's thrown like as much as 100 strikes in just the first round. And then a lot of times he's slowed down as the fight goes longer. And we've seen Oliveira get finishes late in the fight, and we've at least seen him be fresh like later in the fight. So I think if he can keep it close and he can get by the early part, I think there's a good chance that he wins the later portion of the fight. And I don't really see either guy getting a finish either. So that's why I'm picking the decision, because Oliveira is my favorite to win this fight. And also I think it goes the distance overall.
Yeah, I'm in complete agreement in this prelim headliner. It's going to be one hell of a fight. Great fight for Vincius Oliveira to move up the ranks, make a name for himself. We got the fans in attendance. Prelim headliner fight, hopefully no finish. But if it goes the distance, I'm taking another favorite with you, Prelim Tim. I'm Fiend in favorites on this event. Husky Hustler, how do you feel in this prelim headliner, buddy?
Yeah, look, I think this is going to be a closely contested bout. I can see basically the first round being reasonably close. So a sneaky little play with that I was considering is the plus 3.5 and putting it on Kyler Phillips to win the first round, and that's paying $1.57 just to cover your just to cover it there a little bit. But as Tim mentioned, he tends to fade a little bit later in the fights. I see, obviously, like you said, going on to a decision. But yeah, hedge your bet there a little bit. I think it will be a lot closer than what people think. I don't think there's going to be a finish, as you mentioned. So why not try and get double paid?
Let's get triple paid. Triplets. We got Husky Hustler's main card prop next. We're making money on this main card. Dustin Poirier's last fight to end the night. Let's make it happen, boys. We need to beat up on these bookies this week.
Yeah, so I'm going with Roman Kopylov by decision. Costa's pretty tough, but as my Husky pointed out in our latest prediction video, he's off the special sauce. A decision win over Luke Rockhold. It's not exactly something really to be bragging about these days. Everyone's knocking that guy out. Costa hasn't looked the same. Meanwhile, Roman, he's got momentum. He's got 6 wins, 1 loss. That 1 loss that he had was against Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. I mean, there's no shame in losing to Fluffy. That guy's going to no doubt fight for the title one day. Of those 6 wins, basically 5 of them have come by knockout. So that's no joke. He's the cleanest striker here. If he stays off the cage, survives the early chaos, I think he picks him apart over 3 rounds. So, yeah, don't blink, but also don't expect to finish.
Kopylov needs to be aware that Costa has that secret juice. If he brings it this weekend, it could be a close fight. Paulo Costa has had 1 win in his last 5 fights. He's going to be hungry for a win. But like you said, I got to take Kopylov to edge it out on the judges' scorecards. Pick apart Costa. I can't take this guy seriously. Maybe you guys can be ballsy enough to trust this underdog. But like I said, I'm Fiend in favorites. Kopylov is another favorite I like on this card. Prelim Tim, are you possibly taking Paulo Costa or thinking that he has a chance this week?
No, I agree with you. He's not someone you can trust. He doesn't seem like he cares if he wins or loses. When he first came in the UFC, he was a big deal because he was landing a ton of strikes. He had that great fight with Yoel Romero, where it was a war. But he's slowed down a lot lately. And I feel like if Kopylov was to land a takedown, I think we're just going to see Costa just like lay on his back and lose minutes and not really work too hard to get up. So, I mean, and I also agree with Husky. I don't think that there's going to be a finish because Costa might not be pushing very hard, but I think he is still pretty durable. So this is a good bet.
Yeah, he's a tough son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Costa's a tough son of a bitch. And he's going to be hungry for the win. I just am very careful on this fight. I don't know if I'm going to parlay Kopylov this week. I definitely did not take him as a lock of the week. I might be ballsy enough to put a little bet on Paulo Costa just because he's in need of a win now more than ever. So I made a little short video on this one this week. Definitely be careful on a Kopylov parlay piece, lock of the week piece. But for a prop bet, you're getting plus money. No harm, no foul. Let's get this fucking money. Let's get this fucking money. I got Dan Iggy by a decision on this main card. He's fighting Pitbull, Bellator fighter, and Bellator has shown us the odd guy can come into the UFC and make a name for himself, get the win here. Dan Iggy has way too much experience, in my opinion, inside of the UFC. He has fought the better guys recently, and he's ready to go. Get another win here, move up the ranks. Dan Iggy's coming shy of the top 5. He's due for a big fight after this one. Maybe he can get that $50K bonus, another knockout win. He could even dominate this one by a decision. I think the experience is too much. I think he can reverse takedowns in this fight, possibly get his own. And on the feet, he's going to be the more crisp and clean striker. And I got to take the striker in a mostly striking fight. I kind of see this one taking place on the feet. And if anyone's going to have more success on the ground, I expect it to be Dan Iggy. But Pitbull, man, from Brazil, hard to count him out. I'm not going to be parlaying Dan Iggy too heavily. It's just a prop bet this week. What do you guys think?
I agree with everything you said. I think that Pitbull's actually an underrated wrestler, but I think he's just too old. And he's had like almost 50 pro fights at this point. A lot of them were wars. He didn't look good at all.
Yeah, he's washed.
Yeah, he landed something really crazy, like only 17 strikes in his last fight, which over 3 whole rounds. So, I mean, I think that Ige could land takedowns. I think Ige is not a volume striker, like really at all, but he could outland Pitbull, especially if he's throwing at the rate that he threw in his last fight. So this is another one that I have on my card too, Ige by decision. So I'm with you.
Yeah, Pitbull's last fight was pathetic, and he's back in there 3 months later. I don't see how he's going to improve off that one versus Iggy in this one. Husky Hustler, does the dog have a chance? Is Pitbull showing up in this one or not?
I don't think so. Pretty much what both of you have said. I think Ige sort of sets the pace. He's got the tools to keep it standing. He's going to have more volume over the 3 rounds. He's going to tag him, leave it no doubt on the scorecards. Is he possible to knock out Pitbull? Yes. So another sneaky little play there could be decision no, just in case.
Yeah. Or knockout decision, double chance as well. If you want to play it a little safer on the parlays. We all think Iggy's getting it done. Hopefully he can show up here on the main card. Big fight versus Pitbull. Now, Prelim Tim, what's cooking on the main card?
Yeah, I love this bet. I mean, Max Holloway is live in any fight that he's in. Nobody can really completely keep up with the volume of Max Holloway when he's at his best, but Poirier has done it before. And the thing that really stood out to me in their second fight was the power difference. You could just tell that Dustin was a heavier fighter every time he landed on Max Holloway. And the total strikes were pretty even in the second fight, but Poirier was just, his punches were so much more impactful that it never felt like it was a very close fight at all, even though the striking numbers were close. So this is also up in weight, just like the second fight was. I don't really think Dustin's lost much in his last two fights. I think he still looks good. I think he really wants to go out on a win. So, I mean, we saw Max lose all three fights in the trilogy to Alexander Volkanovski. I feel like it's just going to kind of be the same thing. But similar to other fights on this card, I don't really see a finish happening. I don't see Max getting knocked out again. I don't see Max knocking out Dustin. So I'm going for this Poirier to win by decision.
Husky, what are you thinking on this? Big fight. Bad motherfucker fight.
Look, I've got Dustin as my dog of the week this week. I can't disagree with a lot of what Tim has said. I think Poirier thrives on the energy of the crowd. He's going to be the hometown favorite in front of a lot of family, friends, saying sayonara to the octagon. He's got a lot to prove in that last match. Like a lot of people think in retirement matches, you fade the fighter. This is an entirely different situation. He's still in his prime. He's choosing to step away because he isn't going to be fighting for the world champion again. He's not coming in just for paychecks. That's the difference. So I see him being composed. I see him biding his time. I see him landing the bigger hits. If you look at the two fights they've already had, yes, he's already won both. First fight, you can kind of scrub out, really. I mean, they were both pretty young at the time. Second fight, something that's quite noticeable is I don't think Dustin's particularly frightened of Max's power. And he likes to get inside, and it's as if he's fighting within a phone booth, I should say. And he just unloads. And I kind of seeing that somewhat similar in this fight. And I think he's going to have the bigger moments. Smart bet is that Dustin will get the decision. Being that it's the BMF bout, I think there's a lot of pressure that, you know, you've got to bring the violence. So sneaky little play there just to hedge it as well could be that you've got Dustin maybe in round 3, 4, or 4, 5 decision just in case, because who knows? We could have a situation where they both point to the ground in the last 10 seconds of this match and they just start swinging. It really could happen, but I think it's a good bet. And yeah, it's going to be an amazing fight.
It's going to be one hell of a fight to end off the night. Two bad motherfuckers, no matter who wins, standing in the center of the octagon, giving the people what they want. In Poirier's last fight, you hate to see it, but everybody has to retire at some point. We've had the honor to see his career, each and every fight, break down some of his fights. And I got 3 Dustin Poirier cards here. I got one auto. I got an auto Dustin Poirier right there. Maybe I give it away. What? Auto Poirier out of 199. Poirier out of 99. Fucking Poirier, boys. And Poirier out of 49. Holy fuck, boys. 49. I like the auto. Maybe we give one away, but only if Dustin Poirier walks away with the win, boys. If you guys are correct, I am on the other side. I'm taking Max Blessed Holloway. I got the Holloway poster in the podcast. He's one of my favorite fighters, fighting for Hawaii here. He has the volume in this fight. I think the output's going to be too much. He doesn't have to cut weight, and he's going to put it on Dustin Poirier in his retirement fight. And the people aren't going to like it, but it's probably best because the best is blessed. And you hate to hear it, you know? The swamp donkeys in Louisiana, they're going to hate to hear this, but Max Holloway is going to have the output in this fight. He has been durable throughout his whole career. Look at Dustin Poirier versus Gaethje. He got head kicked. If he gets taken down, he usually gets submitted, but that's normally to grapplers. This is not a fight that we see a takedown, in my opinion. This is a war on the feet, and I got Holloway, a late knockout or a decision in this one. We're going to war once again on the picks. Last week, main event, me and Husky went head-to-head on this one. Not on this one, but on the main event. And Derek Lewis got it done here. I'll take the slight favorite Holloway. I think the bookies are correct on this one. Sometimes you got to see where the bookies are pricing the fight from. And yeah, I'm not taking Poirier in this one, unfortunately, boys. We'll see what happens. I got some good Zodiac forecast codes as well coming in. So you might want to join $5 a month. $5 a month to become a platinum forecaster. And we got some codes that are going to cash in here on this main event. Save you some money. Save you some parlay money. We're going to hit some parlays, and we got some stuff cooked up on this card. Trust in Fiend. Husky Hustler, final message on Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway. You got to come back for me. I'll give out the auto Poirier if Poirier wins, and the out of 49 Poirier. 2 cards if Poirier wins. So give us.
I don't have anything to say. It's going to be a close match, and yeah, I can't wait for it.
Yeah, it's going to be a war, boys. I cannot wait. Bad motherfucker belt on the line. I love to be in disagreement on a couple picks. You hate to be agreeing on everything, right? It's nice to have some disagreement, have some opinion on the show. So thanks for being good spirits. And at the end of the day, we just got to manage the bankroll wisely, make sure we all win at the end of the day, and beat up on these bookies. So I got no official dog of the week this week. Oh yeah, we're talking about value props. We got to get into the value props before the dog of the week. But for me, no dog of the week. Husky Hustler, you got Kevin Holland on your value prop. What do you got to say about that?
Kevin Holland, submission round 1-2. Kevin looks like he's taking things a little bit more seriously at 170 pounds. I think that's his true weight class. So, look, D-Rod's been submitted before. Holland's pretty sneaky with those front chokes. So I kind of see him rocking him, kind of a club and sub situation. Probably I'd probably say round 2. But look, with Kevin Holland, you can never tell. So that's why I'm saying round 1 or 2. He rocks him early, jumps on the neck, and we cash big time.
And he is a big-time favorite. That's what I mean. These favorites are juiced up. The ones that I think are going to win, a little bit bigger favorites than I would like. But if we're playing the props, we're going to tail along with Husky Hustler, maybe tail along with Prelim Tim in a minute. They have some very good value props this week. At above plus 300, you got to take the stab, put a little sprinkle on it. You know what I mean? Manage the bankroll wisely, afford to take a couple losses. Let's have some fun here. The value prop that I got was a submission. It was going to be Kevin Holland submission, but I took Dulatov submission plus 275. He has that 100% finish rate. He is a finisher, and I expect him to fug it in this fight. He has 6 knockouts, 5 submissions. We're in the 6th event in New Orleans. I think he can find that 6th submission win in this fight. That tends to be where Adam Fugit gets caught. And yeah, I'll take the stab here. Most valuable play if you're looking at the props here. Knockout seems to be the most likely outcome for Dulatov. It probably has a lot of money on it as well. So let's take a little long shot here. There's value on the line. Dulatov submission. Husky, Prelim Tim, do you guys see the knockout happening? Or maybe you'll take the value prop.
I'm not betting either one, but I lean knockout. I think this is a good look, though. A lot of times contrarian pays off. He definitely could out-grapple in this fight, so I don't hate it.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of it. He's making his debut here, right? We don't know what to expect from Dulatov. Haven't seen much of the grappling yet. On the feet, he is a killer. But Adam Fugit seems to be durable on the feet. He can last longer on the feet. And the easiest path to victory, in my opinion, might be Dulatov by a submission. He could lock something up crazy round one. He has a bunch of different submission wins, too. He's not just jumping on the rear naked choke. He has multiple ways to win on the ground. So he's an artist. Mixed martial artist. And he's going to shine in his debut, likely dominate. Not many underdogs on this card that I like. I'm not going to lie. There's not many live underdogs, if I'm being honest. And I think the favorites just have their way, have some fun. Prelim Tim. You're kind of talking back to Husky Hustler on this one.
Right, yeah. Husky and I agree on a lot this card. Actually, you and I, we all agree on a lot this card. I'm historically not someone that wants to bet on Kevin Holland. It's kind of like what we were saying about Paulo Costa. I just don't think he's someone that takes it very seriously often, and it's not somebody that I want to usually put money behind. I really believed in him against Michael Venom Page, and then he came out and looked awful, and I lost money in that fight. So I almost swore him off completely again, but I just have a really good feeling about this fight. He's looked better lately, and D-Rod's so old now. So I just I think this is a good shot that he's going to do it for a plus 300. His submission game has looked really good in his last few fights, and yeah, I like it, and maybe you guys want to join with me.
Yeah, least path of resistance for Kevin Holland is on the ground. Grapple in this fight, grab that submission. And he's another guy. He has multiple ways to win on the ground. He's not just searching for a rear naked choke. He has multiple ways to win on the ground, and you got to think he can get it done versus a guy that's going to look to keep it on the feet in D-Rod. But unfortunately, D-Rod is old. Like you said, he's fading, and he's pretty dusty, to be honest. He's a pretty big underdog. The bookies don't think he has a chance. And I don't either, if I'm being honest. I'm taking Kevin Holland lock of the week. I'll lay the chalk. I'll lay the fucking chalk. And that brings us...
Just quickly, Tim, where did you get the $4 for Holland by submission?
I don't use the $4 part. For me, it's plus 300. I got it on Hard Rock Bet. That's my main book. I use Hard Rock, FanDuel, and DraftKings mostly. But I'm moving to Florida soon, so it'll only be Hard Rock. So luckily, that's my primary one. Yeah.
Cool.
So no money was given out on the show. We're normally giving out $50 on the Prop Fiend show, but let's direct the attention to the $100 giveaway each and every week on my full card prediction show. Make sure you interact there. Drop your lock parlay below. Husky Hustler, Bryn Ray have been taking over. So you got to try to beat them this week. I'm giving out $100 each week. All what you got to give me in the comments is your most confident parlay at plus money and use hashtag F3. Pretty easy. Right? Everybody has their own opinion. You can just give me all fighters to win. Your most confident fighters to win. Give me the odds. Put hashtag F3. Chance to win $100 each and every week. Husky Hustler, now's your time to talk to Bryn Ray in the comments because she beat your ass last week in a tiebreaker.
You're a shit stirrer, mate. Bryn, if you're listening, it's always a pleasure going head to head with you each week. And
50K, Bryn Ray.
Looking forward to this week's competition. We need some new blood, guys. So get in there. It's free. You can win some money. It's just a bit of fun. But yeah,
it's a ton of fun. Good competition. Giving out $100 to a hopefully new forecaster each and every week. But like I said, Bryn Ray taking over. We're gonna call her 50K Bryn Ray here now. Husky Hustler's been hot though. If he doesn't get it done, he's second runner-up because greatest odds gets the win in a tiebreaker, right? There might be multiple winners, so I'll give the winner to the greatest odds. So if your parlay has the best odds and there's multiple winners, you get the win, and that $100 sent to you. All what you got to do, direct message me after the fight night, give me your PayPal account there, and I'll send you the money right away. or within the next couple days because I'm very, very busy. And someone said, where do I post a parlay? If you read it there, it says just put it on my full card prediction show. I'm doing a full card prediction show each and every week on each and every fight. So just drop a comment below, help with the algorithm, engage in the comments with all the other forecasters. Let me know your opinion on the fights, where you're locking in. Put the hashtag F3 and make sure you put up plus 100 or above parlay. Nothing below plus 100. We got to get paid, right? We got to get paid. We need that plus money. We fucking need that plus money, and we fucking need to beat up on these bookies. Come on. Let's lock in this week. I got the 5 alive. I'm juicing it up, taking the juiciest favorites on this card. New Orleans, new opportunities, new goals. And I'm taking Kevin Holland, Daniel Zellhuber, Ataba Gache, Islam Dulatov, Bruno Fieda, and going to the frickin' bank. Who's with me? Plus 145. I'm hitting this one with a sledgehammer. 7 units. Maybe more. 7 units. Sounds smart. Let's manage the bankroll wisely, beat up on these bookies, and be super profitable in Poirier's last fight. We don't have to bet on just one fight. We can have a number of bets. Have a unit size that is comfortable for you. Have a volume size of bets. Don't take 1 bet, 2 bets. You can take 10 bets, but manage the bankroll smartly and have a bankroll that is comfortable for you. I might be on $50 a unit. Prelim Tim could be on $10 a unit. Prelim Tim could be on $100 a unit. So everybody has a different bankroll, but it's something that can make everybody understand what we're doing, how we all can bet similar to each other, right? So we all don't have to put $100 down on a parlay. It could be just 1 unit. So let's get all on track, get a bankroll established. That's how we're going to beat up on these bookies. I've been doing it for over a year, 2 years. I managed bankroll. I've been successful. I've doubled it, tripled it multiple times by now. So we got to stay on track if we want to beat up on these bookies. Prelim Tim, Husky Hustler. Any advice for the gamblers out there? Nothing's a guarantee, boys.
I've got the best lock of the century. You ready for this? You've got to sell
Let's hear
your
it.
house.
Let's hear it.
You're gonna sell your internal organs. You've got to rob the local 7-Eleven, and you've got to put it all.
I'm equipped. I'm ready. Let's go.
PFL, Dakota to
Oh,
win,
Jesus.
paying
Oh,
1 cent.
fuck. Yeah, let me go get my piggy bank.
I don't think I've ever seen that ever. 1 cent for a win.
Probably round 1, though, eh? Complete.
So, I mean, if you're Dana
utterly
White, you could just go
domination.
put like $1 million on it and you might get something back. But yeah.
Yeah, PFL. I have nothing really cooked up for that yet, but I know you like Dakota Ditchdeva. Hard to make money on her, though, at those odds, eh? Almost impossible. Put her in the lock
Maybe she
parlay,
slips
though,
on a
with,
banana peel coming
Holland Zellhuber.
into the cage and loses.
I doubt it. She's the face of the PFL.
She's the Mike Tyson of the MMA world, mate.
You wish. So who's the dog of the week, boys? I got no official dog of the week. First fight of the night, I'll take the women's underdog in a small bet, 1 unit. Other than that, maybe Vittori, Paula Costa, little bets on them. I don't smell any other underdogs. What do you guys think?
Mine's pretty obvious. I'm on Poirier. He's my only official dog right now. I think Vittori is not a bad one. I'm not picking him or betting him, but I don't think he's a bad bet. And I would go with you for Nicole Cagliari in the first fight. I think that she could look like a favorite by the end of the fight. I think she has a grappling advantage. So if she's able to get that going, then she could win. So those 3, Poirier, Cagliari, and Vittori, I would say are probably the best dogs. Maybe Kyler Phillips as another one. Even though I'm betting on Oliveira, I don't think Phillips is out of the fight. So, but the only one I officially have a bet on right now is Poirier.
Husky? What's the hound howling
The
over there?
Hound. What you need to do, you need to go to YouTube. You need to type in MMA Husky Hustler. You need to go to my Dog of the Week video, and you'll see
Do it now. Do it now.
The Diamond is the underdog of the week or dog of the week, and he's going to ride off into the sunset with that belt, and we're going to cash some money.
Let's do it. Bad motherfucker belt on the line. 3 bad motherfuckers giving it to Prop Fiends each and every week, 8 p.m. Eastern time, every Friday, every event. You got to be here, and you got to have some fun with the Fiends. Thank you, Prelim Tim, Husky Hustler, for another amazing show. Under 40 minutes, giving out some props, parlays, and entertainment. Hard to beat that, man. Under 40 minutes, great show, boys. Cheers.
Take care, legends.
F3 for L.